Hello, my Taurus peoples. How are you doing? So, Taurus. You know, I say Taurus, and the first person that pops into my head is my cousin, Mikey. God rest his soul. He passed away last year. And two of my best friends are also Tauruses. My mother has a Taurus rising and Taurus moon, and right now I am in a beautiful home that I am watching for my beautiful Taurus neighbors. So, and I have a lot of Taurus uncles, no Taurus aunts. I have a Taurus cat. So I was like, I'm gonna do Taurus next. So September for Taurus. Sun, moon, and rising. What does Spirit and Universe want you to know? I always think of food with Tauruses as well, and I think like that's why I chose Taurus next after Cancer, because I just relate to Tauruses in that sense, like the comfort thing. You guys are in a process of thinking a lot about what has been going on. I know some of you are starting school and starting something new in work, starting a new hobby, or simply seeing new things with your eyes. Right now, maybe traveling, maybe a little confused, because that's what happens when we learn new things, right? We're like a little confused at first, especially when we're stubborn and we're stuck and we want to just choose something, but we don't know which one to choose. Indecisiveness, you know, what is to come? Are we working on something that's fruitful? Are we a little too greedy right now? Are we a little... I don't want to say greedy isn't a bad thing, because I know you guys love your money. You guys rule money. You guys rule the second house. I know. Don't worry. And you guys are so strong and so powerful, and you guys go through so much all the time, and right now you're a little turned upside down. I mean, as we could see, I mean, to you they look right up, like right side up, but you know what you're doing. Oh, maybe you're afraid to hurt people, afraid to hurt others with your decisions. And, you know, I would call Taurus a rather selfish sign in a lot of senses, even though they do and provide a lot for everyone around them. Sometimes it's just like too much about me. Me. And I think you guys are processing this internally without even knowing it. You know, we're in Virgo season right now, and I feel like in Virgo season, we need to do for others, because we become the most happy versions of ourselves when we do help others, especially when we get that praise, you know. Everything is coming up upside down for you guys except the moon. I feel like you guys need to go on this mental vacation or physical vacation and get some new perspectives on life, because the way of being right now, you're just stressed out all the time. It's stressful energy. Oh my goodness, my mother right now, she is losing her mind because there's a flea situation at her house with the cats, and she is losing her mind. She's like, I need total control, but ultimately she's just hurting herself, and I can't do anything about it. I want to change her perspective on things, you know. I want to change that for her. That is my own, like, that's why I think I can relate with Tauruses in that sense of just like a little bit dogmatic sometimes, you know. My way is the best way. And I feel like July, in the beginning of July, it kind of like came to realization that like a loss of control in a sense. And that's so terrifying for a Taurus. Tauruses need control. But I think it's just stressing you guys out. And like, there's, it's crazy because you could see all these cards right set up for you. And it's like, the thing is once you put your sights on something worthwhile, you'll get what you want. But right now, you can't see anything because you're stressed out. Like, I think a vacation is necessary, and I think by the end of this, it'll get better. Yeah, we need you to like chill out. Sit in your abundance. You know, the Empress card is the Taurus card. And you need to just remember you're abundant. And remember you have everything. Everything. You have it all. And you know how to make decisions. And you know how to... You know what's good. But the problem is you're just so mental right now. And I feel like Tauruses need to be doing more instead of thinking so much. I always feel like Taurus is like that, you know, steady bull that just sees something, sees the red flag and goes after it, charges straight ahead. But at the same time, it's like, you need to be open-minded a little bit. And I know it's really hard to say that to a Taurus. I know. You could do it, though. You're going to get so many good creative ideas. You know, you have it all. You know? You've got, like, the love and support from all your people. It may not seem like that right now, but you do. You're just stuck in your own head. And you're confusing yourself. And I'm like, you are so successful. You're so good at that. So good at that. You know, your way is not the only way. And Virgo season is going to teach you that. You're going to get some good major insight. Yeah, it is time, you know. Oh, the world. are you going to take everyone along with you? You know? Who's coming? Are you sure? Are you sure? You may have to leave certain people and situations behind in order to change for you, not for them, but for you. And maybe there's people around you who want to change you and control you because it's for your own good. But Tauruses are the ones you have to figure it out yourself. And you will. But I feel like it is a good, that's why I'm saying it's good to step away from reality and create a different reality, so then you can see your reality from a different perspective, something a little far away. So what's the outcome? What are we, by the end of Virgo season and the start of Libra season in September, what is the outcome for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. Heck, I've mentioned it before, but I resonate with Taurus videos all the time, and I'm not a Taurus, I'm a Scorpio. Yeah, you're gonna need strength. Gonna need strength. Gonna have to take a risk. Even if it's just a little break. It's time to change your habits, so then we can change the outcome. You know, you change your habits, you change your reality. And Virgo season's all about self-discipline. And self-discipline is self-love. So we gotta do this. Yeah, we gotta do this. Yep. I gotta go. I gotta think, you know, is this right? Is this good? Am I happy like this? Yeah, I feel like you have so much, but you're not seeing it. And that's why you're even contemplating it, which is good though. Let's get to getting to that part is the best part. You know, I'm not very mercurial. I'm more of a feeler vibe type reader. And I just feel like it is absolutely so important that at least you're seeing it. Something needs to change. And I know you don't want to change. You're the last one who wants to change. But sometimes we gotta change our habits and change our perspective, because apparently, you know, we have the potential. What's our last outcome? You know, I don't want the outcome to be like, oh my God, I don't have enough. You know? Of course. Ugh, so many. I wanted one, but okay. I'll take it all. Yeah, you're stuck in your thoughts. I'll tell you this though, you're gonna get that change that you want, but it may be by someone that surrounds you. I pulled like half the deck here. I'm like, what is going on? But I love to do this because it's my favorite. You have the world in your hands, so don't forget, you have opportunities. You just have to take that risk. And you know, you can't think you did all this for nothing. You may have invested a lot in something and now you're like, I don't know, but you're gonna learn, and that's gonna be the best reward for all of this. You know, you're gonna get inspired. And you know what? You may get inspired. You may be inspired by something that happened a couple months ago, but now you're like, you're afraid to take that risk, but you're good. You are supported. And I feel like you're gonna be enlightened. And you know, let's pull some animals or some spirit animals for the Taurus. What are the spirit guides, spirit animals for the Taurus? You know, Tauruses, they love their pets. Virgo season, I think it's very crucial that you look after your pets, like, really well. Even if you can't be around, you gotta watch them. There's definitely some energies. We have the tiger. What do we think of when we think of a tiger? We think we can manipulate them and get them to do what we want, but then they end up biting our faces off. You know? That's how I feel like people are to you, you know? Like, they're like, why don't you do this, Taurus? And you guys are like, I'm gonna do me. But you know what? If it wouldn't hurt to listen to some outside perspectives, even if you don't like resonate with it at all. Like, why are these people saying what they're saying about you? Why are they criticizing you? Let's do one more. A little animal. Rabbit. And what do we know about rabbits? They're easy to manipulate. I mean, in a psychopath's mind at least, but I feel like we have two very opposite energies. We have a rabbit, which is so like docile and like you can kind of do, I mean, they're smart, but like, and they're very loyal, but I feel like you guys don't want to be seen as weak if you hear something that's not you, that you don't think is you and you don't resonate with at all. I know you guys don't want to feel that way. So, yes, my Taurians. Yeah, listen to your other signs for sure, because it'll flow a little easier, because I feel like this is so rigid in a way. It's so fixed, it's so stubborn. And I get it. I'm a Scorpio, okay? I understand. I'm a little bit more passionate about my stubbornness, but you guys don't budge. You guys also help so many people all the time, and like, don't think that you're not appreciated, because you are. But it's just no excuse to not change. Just because you do good at what you do for others, because you're excellent, you're the best person to provide. Just because you do that doesn't mean that you don't have the ability to change something within you to become better, because don't you want to elevate? It's so crucial, you know? We want to elevate, you know? Love my Taurians. And you guys are so successful no matter what you do. So like, when you're all like, I don't know what I'm doing, I can't decide anything, I don't know what next, like, it's a little silly, because you got this. Sometimes it's not just black and white. It's like two can be true. This is like one of my phrases I always like to say when I get in debate with someone, is two can be true. You know, like, this can be like this, but also this is also like this. And instead of arguing about it, two can be true, you know? It doesn't have to be so black and white all the time. It doesn't have to be so split down the middle, you know? You have abundance, you've got it all, you know? And also, yeah, I wanted to mention one last thing is, it's Virgo season, and Taurians are so body oriented that I feel like it is okay to spend some money on some vitamins. And yeah, it's okay to spend money on vitamins and better yourself. It makes you feel better, it makes you feel good.